Hey guys, Ken97Stow171 back with another ATS video. We are about to build a new truck, take it for our first load probably. So we are done with the KW W900. Been a great ride, beautiful truck, but we're going to move on from here. So I've been looking around a little bit. We're going to go to truck dealers, Peterbilt. I'm going to stay where we are here in New Mexico because when we buy the truck, it's going to set us back in Dallas anyway, so there's no point. There's no point in actually quick traveling there and wasting the money. So we're going to buy online. I think for the first time, we're going to do a low roof sleeper. I think it just looks better with this truck. We're not really worried about making as quick a freight as possible and things. The wheelbase isn't significantly longer. It doesn't show you wheelbase. I wish it did in the tag there, but it doesn't. So I think it just looks cooler with the low roof sleeper. So we're going to do that one for a change. I know we've been doing day cabs this entire time, but we're going to change it up a little bit. It also might give us some more decorating options and bigger fuel tanks and such. So I've been looking around. The Ultra Cab Sleeper is another option that gives you a higher roof if you want. I think the low roof sleeper just looks the part better. On chassis, we are going to do a 6x4. Let's see if there's a... Okay, that's interesting. 220 gallons. They're both long. Okay, so it didn't change the wheelbase. So did it put a bigger tank on this side or something? No, it doesn't actually change the graphic. So we're gonna do 300 gallons. Don't think there's a bigger one. There's not. It is a 6x4, which is what we want. On the engine side, I've been thinking about this a lot. I think we're gonna do something different. And we're going to go with a 3406. This is not a really realistic engine in some ways. This engine ended production before this truck was built. However, it's a very common swap for gliders and other, enthusiastic truck shows. It's also pretty popular in the game. So I think we're going to do that. We can always change it, but it's more of a mechanical old school engine. I know I've driven it, but I can't remember how it sounds. I think I remember it sounding pretty great. So we're going to go middle. The 732 horsepower, that is not realistic. You would not get that easily. But 610 would be a mild tune on a 3406. So we're going to go with that one. It's got good torque. On the gear ratio, we are going to pick... We're going to just disable all these. Let's see what's available in the Peterbilt here, just in the DLC. 10, 13 speed, 18 speed. Yeah, we're gonna do what we've been doing and use the Eaton Fuller pack because it's more likely to have what we want. We're gonna do the same thing and go with the RTLO as a more mechanical. This EXDP is a nice transmission in the game. It's an automated manual transmission. Probably not realistic for the truck in real life. You'd probably go with this RTLO, but it shifts a little quicker. It's a little smarter. I think it'll pair better in the game the way it works. And we want... I thought the ratio was 0.70. It's not. I thought it was 0.73. So it's a little taller. So I was looking at ChatGPT. It's saying 336 is probably the best ratio. There we go. So we'll try that. I have a feeling it's going to be a little too short, but we'll start with that. We can change it. The transmissions aren't that expensive. Color. Let's see what we got here. We could stick with yellow, which we've had. And we actually have money now. By the way, I slept a few times after our last video, and this number, and then I forced the clock ahead to a morning time, so it's morning now. So when we take a load, it'll be daylight. So the number jumped up a couple $100,000 actually from our last video. Snow White, yellow. That's kind of pretty. Blue. It's kind of a neat one too. We could paint the tanks will be a painted option as well. And since we're no longer broke, we can do some cooler paint jobs if we want. And you might on a truck like this. That's kind of neat. I usually just go through these until something that's kind of cool. Kind of pops into my mind as looking good. That's bizarre looking. Could be cool. Blue flames. Wow, that's would probably be pretty neat looking in real life. We're getting into some of these. Greens. Kind of cool. I never did use that. That was from when we got the Louisiana map, and that was a challenge to make this. This was a paint scheme, and then it ended up being $26,000 to purchase it. That was a piss off. That's kind of cool. Let's see if there's anything down here. These are all kind of ridiculously expensive. Let's go back to the top. Keep it simple. I might do one of these though. The metallic's pretty sharp. And I kind of like that divided color too. The tank will end up being gray. Maybe something a little brighter though. Kind of like that. Keep it light on the top, so we'll be able to see the roof, the hood when we're driving. A little easier. Let's start with that, and then see what these tanks look like painted. That might be it. Might be cool looking. That one might work too. I kind of like that. Okay, so now we will start customizing, and do a bull bar. Bumper. Let's do that. Or square. I like square better. We'll take a look and see what other lights are available for the sides. If they're round, we could do this one. If they're ovals, then we could do this one. So let's we'll wait on that and see. Banner, grill, and then there's two choices here. These are modern lights. That's what they look like in the new trucks. But they have a vintage grill too option, which is I don't really the light output is identical. On the road, it doesn't look any different, but I think that looks more the part of what we're looking for. Flags. You can do a bug deflector if you want. Front mirrors. The air filters. We can do. There might be lights on there already. Might be some lights right there too. Let's see here. That's cool. It's painted. I like that. Let's do that. Does it have lights on the back too? No, just the front. Okay. Let's see if it's... Oh, that's interesting. So they took the... So they took the yellow and the black and put it there. I like that better, though, I think. Main mirrors. Let's do painted. Although that's not a... That's more the classic look. Let's just stay with this. Stay with the classic look. I normally paint the mirrors, but I think that'll look better. Door handle. Let's do painted. Interesting that there's nothing down here. Okay, here we go. So we can do exclusive. There we go. Interesting that the steps are not changeable in any way. And these are oval. So we pick the right. It's too bad you can't do a painted. There's no painted bumper option, you know? Out of all of these damn things, there's nothing other than 4 bumpers available. So we'll go with that since that matches the lights on the side. Exhaust. That'll work just fine. Let's just take a look. Okay, curved back and out to the side. That's pretty cool looking too. But the plain stacks look pretty awesome as well. We did that. That's a beacon. If I remember correctly, there's not a lot of... These are headache racks. Mud guards. There's not like any really cool mud guards available for this truck. That's one of the things that's weird. This truck doesn't have a lot of mods like the W900. And you can choose between, you know, black or white. We'll go with white since the truck's kind of white colored. There's no center grates or anything you can do. So there's not as many mods on this truck, which is kind of unfortunate. Sun visor, that's the standard. We'll leave that there. Driver plate, go driver plate. Cabin lights. I'll generally go with these Lumen Mark IIs. I think they look the part. And we'll put some horns up there too. There's room for 4 horns. Let's just do... Well, they get expensive, don't they? Super roar. I wonder if they even sound any different. I don't want to spend $900 per. I'm not even sure, you know, does 4 of them even sound any different? What does that one look like? It's bigger. Actually, it's not. It's smaller. So let's just do that. Makes the horns a little smaller. They still look good. I think that's it. Oh, tires. Wheels and tires. So let's see here. I don't know if black looks better or we want to do chrome. Yeah, I'm thinking chrome. Why is it doing that? We can do seagull wide on the rears too, so we can do super singles. Sorry, that was my phone. There's some progress wides. I don't know what looks better. think I like the seat. I think I like the round holes better. Not a whole lot of I don't know. Kind of like that one better, I think. And we'll do black caps, and then we'll do a standard chrome cover over the middle. What the hell was the wheel? Seagull? Seagull chrome. Yeah. We'll see what looks better back here. Seagull wide chrome. We did black. Forgot to do tires. All right. Pretty sure that's it. It's it's too bad you can't do like some like on the W900 how you can have like complete arches over it. I don't know. I don't know why nobody makes a mod pack that I've ever seen. Headache rack, exhaust. Okay, we did everything. All right, so let's take a look at the interior and see what's available. So there's that, and then there's the Ultra. Honestly, I'd rather have the black for driving. The black's a little easier. Actually, this truck has a split window. That's interesting. Okay, so there's the mirrors. Those will look better. We'll take a look at them and see. Those are farther out. I kind of like having the separate round, and the mirror is actually physically larger. So, um, hanging shit, sun visor, we did that. Front mirrors, hood ornament, front mirrors, driver plate, junk you can put on the dashboard. Air filters, we already chose that. Crap on the floor, crap in the cup holder. Seat items. Interesting, there's no like choice for the seats. Ah, I knew there was something for the standard side mirror. That can be handy. Let's see if there's anything else back here. Cabinet sets. Junk on the floor. Junk on the bed. Headache rack. Pillow items. Yeah. Not much. Not much customization in this truck. Air filters, steering wheel. You could choose a cool, retro steering wheel if you wanted to. Um, Why the hell isn't there a... Like, just do Peterbilt 389. Oh, then there's no no choices. Okay. So we'll just go with the stock Peterbilt one. And you can put like spinny knobs and stuff. All right, guys. 197. Well, that's an expensive truck, ain't it? Let's go through and just double check we didn't miss anything. Low roof sleeper, 6x4, 300 gallons. Cat 3406. 336 differential. We got the paint job, which I think looks pretty good. Everything done on the exterior we wanted to do. It's too bad there's no like other choices here, but there's not. So you could do a... Interesting that there's no bull bar now. There was a bull bar option with the standard, and then there was a bull bar choice, which just, I think, overdoes the... If you could paint it, maybe. It's got lights on it too, but I'm kind of... There's no additional places to like put lights on it, which would be cool. So we'll just do that. Leave it that way. Tires. All right, guys. Confirm. Purchase. And that one's full. That one's not. So we will put it there. All right. So, truck manager. Drive it. Yes.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Don't know if it's going to send us to Dallas or actually at where the truck was. I don't know.
Finding a new route.
All right. So where are we at? Dallas. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. So now what we want to do is actually we want to the W900 is in Houston. Okay, so it's where we sent that they swapped locations. Okay, so what we want to do now is put a driver in that truck. So we need a recruitment agency. No matter where, hire a driver. You always want to look beyond just the first. This guy's got the highest rating, but I have occasionally run into somebody like that's wanting way less money that has, you know, better skills. So this guy has 2 here and hazmat, but this guy has fragile, hazmat, and that. So this guy's probably the better choice. Hire driver. Put him there. Put him in that truck. And now we have a new driver. And now we can drive our truck. So let's take a look at the freight market. And just stay close to Dallas. Kind of don't want to do anything really long. Or I want to do something that runs just down I-35 to Laredo or something. Or San Antonio or Houston would be okay too. We also could relocate. We could take a look here real quick. It's Austin to... That would be right up I-35. It's longer than I want to do, but it would not take that long. It's also not very heavy. Although it pays pretty well. Topeka. These are kind of, but we've done this before. So El Paso to Fort Worth. See if there's anything there. Jesus, look how far north from Fort Worth that is. Of course, we won't be able to find a load that we really want to do. That sucks. It's too short. Huh. We might do that one. It's a little longer than I wanted to do, but it would also be, you know, we also have to quick travel all the way to El Paso, but it's a little longer, but it, this corridor across here doesn't take that long, so we might do that. I wanted to do something other than just follow behind trucks. That is relatively heavy though, so it'd be a good test. Sucks when you can't find something that you really want to do. Beaumont to, yeah. Yeah, we might just do that one. Hmm. Where was it? It was this one, wasn't it? Okay. Man. I really wanted to do something right where we were. Wichita. That'd be right if let's just do that. I've never done a double. Um, that's relatively short and it's right up I-35, so that would be a pretty easy. So with that, it's light though. We could do that too. It's even shorter. Raw milk. It's a tanker, which we've not pulled. That'd be a good fit for our low roof. So let's do that. That'll be better. It doesn't pay that much money, but that's okay. It's 41,000 pounds. It's reasonably heavy. So let's set a destination. And it's only 6 miles away. So
Let's go.
is the high beams on or not? Okay. We'll need to move that steering wheel up. I have a button for that. Where did I put it? Oh, F4, right there. There we go. I want to adjust the steering wheel up a bit. It's covering these top two gauges. One of which is the fuel tank. So, seat position. We can check that in a minute. Field of view is probably okay. We can do the mirror adjust a little bit. I know we want it all the way down. We don't know about left and right, although we can take a guess that it's going to be like that. Convex, all the way down, all the way over. Right's going to be the same. All the way down. It looks about right. Convex. all the way down, all the way over. You really need a trailer behind you to get that perfect, but some of these you can adjust. Kind of want it straight with the line right there. Okay. That's about as good as we're going to get. We can check to see when we look to the left. It does let us look to the left. We could move the seat forward because right now when we look to the left, we can't see out the... Nope. I wonder why. You'd think that'd be forward, backward, left, right, you know? And then we might need to increase the field of view. So now when we look to the left, we're not quite so far back. We might need to adjust that some more. All right. Let's go get our trailer. We don't need fuel. We got a full tank. That's interesting. What is that over here? What is that? Electric vehicle charging station is what that is. Wow. And why is it at my garage? Is this a... I forget if... No, it's only a 3-stall. Okay, we don't have a fuel pump. I was like, that's where the fuel pumps would be. Why are there not fuel pumps there? But it's because it's... But yeah, those are electric vehicle charging stations. Why would you have that at a truck shop? Not the greatest turning radius. This will give us a chance to feel out the truck. Hey Rick, how you doing? Watching from the cab of my Cascadia, he says. That's cool. I drove a Cascadia in one of the in one of my previous videos as I went through all the trucks in the game. In my former trucking career, I drove a Freightliner Century, which mine was a 99, I think. Was out before the Cascadia existed. Sorry if I didn't see your message there, Rick, right away. I was kind of focused on the building the truck, and my monitor screen's over here to the left, so I didn't catch it right away. Sometimes I don't. Yeah, I need to move that seat forward. Oh, that was a cool sound as the turbo spooled down. That is an extremely bright paint job right there. Holy shit, look at that thing. How do you like your Cascadia, Rick? Never driven one of those. Rick says he's in Wyoming right now doing a reset. Snowing. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I don't have a shifter. It's kind of a thing for me because there are ways to have like an authentic full size shifter with the high low and the splitter, but I don't really have a place for it, and it's not going to feel like the real shifter. And I drove a truck, so for me, it like the automatic in this is like not realistic, but given my setup, and the fact that any shifter I could probably buy wouldn't feel realistic to me, is I don't know. Yeah, I remember doing those resets. Hey, at least you guys have Uber now to take you places if you can get out of the rig. When I drove a semi, Uber didn't exist, and 34-hour break stuck in the middle of nowhere always sucked. That's the load we're taking. Take job.
Time to hit the road.
Snowing, huh? That sucks. It
Ready to roll.
oops. All right. So we need to adjust that mirror because I can't see the trailer back there. All right. And we need to adjust the seat. Let's just do that and make the field of view a little bit wider. Yeah, now I can see out the window a little bit better. It's still not enough. I wonder if that field of view being. Let's do that. Yeah, that's better. Let's reset the fuel economy. What other information is available on that thing? We'll leave it on that. That's a nice little display, actually. The speed and the cruise in a digital form is kind of a handy thing in the game. We'll see if ChatGPT picked the right gear ratio. I have a suspicion it's going to be a little short. It seems to go that way. And Rick says, I have this game back at home. I try not to play it too much. I can get addicted playing, and then, yeah, that's... Yeah, you're playing a trucking game when you're home, and then actually driving a truck when you're at work. I drive for a living too right now, but I drive in the city, not a truck. And it's hilarious that I then drive for a game. Maybe it's kind of an obsession. I don't know. Yeah, so this Pete 389 is if you didn't see me do the build, we're running a Caterpillar 3406E 610 horse, which is not a realistic engine uh, original from factory, but it is pretty popular with people that like to do glider kits or truck shows, like custom trucks. Because the 3406 is, people like that engine a lot, but that engine ended production before this truck started production, so it would never have come in it. Maybe whatever the predecessor was to this truck.
Rerouting. Recomputing.
Yeah, you can go pretty crazy with the game. I've seen people that have $100,000 in a simulator at home with multiple screens and a full-on truck seat and dashboard and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I don't know, $100,000, you could go buy a used semi and drive it for real. Why is it? Okay, because we're not staying on I-45. I was wondering why it wasn't having me get. Why is it doing that? Oh, we're gonna go over to I-35. Yeah, of course. I was thinking we were gonna go down anyway. Yeah, they're constantly updating the maps, and I've heard there's going to be a complete rewrite of the game engine at some point. I saw a thing from SES. They had like a conference. They were talking to. There was like an interview online. So apparently the whole graphics engine is going to get redone, and at some point they're going to add. You're going to be able to buy. I think they paired up with Ford, and you're going to be able to drive realistic Ford vehicles in the game just to drive around for fun. I think like a classic Mustang. Come on, stop, baby. Jesus Christ. Okay. Need to raise the steering wheel up a little bit more because the turn signals are hidden.
Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
This one does not want to stop. That's kind of interesting. A lot more brake pressure required. Why won't that go up any higher? Telescope. Oh, we can make it go up that way. Okay. Where the hell are the turn signals at? Put it all the way down. Oh, they're down at the bottom. That's why I couldn't see them. I was like, where the hell are the turn signals at? Okay, well, now I know where they are. No. What the hell? Okay. I still can't see the fucking turn signals. Something is not set correctly. It's probably my seating position is just off a little bit. Oh well. Yeah, I think what it is my field of view is a little off. Oh well. Normally I try to get all this stuff situated before I leave the terminal, but I didn't.
Go straight on. Go straight on.
There is a overlook right here. I just saw it at the last minute. Yeah, Rick, I think you're the first current truck driver to comment on the game, on my stream. Um, you can look back on my channel. I posted YouTube videos like 15 years ago almost. Did some what would have been live stream vlogging back then. I had a camera on my head and drove, recorded, and uploaded it unedited. Usually didn't have time to edit it, so I just posted it all. I have a couple cool videos doing complicated backup procedure. You can look up Michigan City on my YouTube channel, and there are several videos. One I put a camera exterior view, one on my head and one on the back of the trailer, and I had to do a driver side blended into it was like a backwards S to back up the tanker into the position. And sometimes I had a really short trailer, it was easy, and sometimes I had a super long wheelbase trailer, and it was a pain in the ass. One time it took me 45 minutes to get backed up. One other time it took me like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. um, it just depended on luck of the draw what trailer I got. Now, while we're sitting here, let's see here. So I still can't see the frickin'... I wonder who thought it was a great idea to put the turn signals right above the steering wheel low instead of like right up on the dash where you can see them. That's pretty bizarre. So then you have a choice of blocking the fuel gauge and seeing your turn signals. That is so weird. I mean, in game, I don't really need to see the fuel gauge because I got one right here, so it's just interesting. Yeah. See, they're still barely visible. It is so weird. It is such a strange ergonomic fail. Oh well. This 3406 does make some really good noise. It's interesting. I don't actually see a boost gauge anywhere
Go straight on.
on the dash. That's kind of... I think the game just crashed. And the game just crashed. Maybe not. Yep, the game just crashed. That's great. It's like the second time in a row it's done that to me lately. I'll be right back. Let me relaunch it. We'll see where we're at, guys. I swear the game has gotten less stable recently. I never used to have crashing problems. And it's done this to me twice on it during a stream now. And this is base game, too. I don't have that many mods in this profile, actually. When I started this is kind of a reboot for me. I've got another profile with, I don't know, like 80, a whole bunch of drivers, and that one has a ton of mods, and it became unstable. It actually crashed completely and wouldn't reload when they did an update. I removed the mods that were causing a problem, and it's now working. But in the meantime, I started this new profile with basically not many mods. I can show you here because the game's back up. So I've got 38 active mods, but most of these are made by Major, either direct from the Steam library, or they're from, like, these are all Zmod mods, like engine mods. Those are pretty stable and don't really cause problems. It's other ones made by other people, like this one here, which I don't have active. Sound fixes, that one causes problems. Pepe's cargo pack, a lot of these I don't have activated. So these are all the ones I've got activated, and these are all not troublesome. It's and the last time the game crashed, I didn't even have any of these mods in here, so I don't know. It's just been something weird going on. It could be something wrong with the PC. I'm not totally sure, but they've done updates recently, and it just seems like sometimes I wish they would just leave it the hell alone. Don't know. We'll relaunch and see here. The good thing about streaming is that see, it says content change detected, updating navigation data. Why? Nothing changed. It's the same version. Usually it says content change detected when a new version happens. but that's not the case. So I don't know. There's definitely an advantage to not running zero mods. It certainly simplifies things, but could be the realistic brutal weather and graphics. That one's you can see it labeled right there. That one is kind of a core mod, but I've had it for a long time, and it's I don't know. I'll have to see where the hell we are in the delivery.
Get the job done.
We're
Go straight on.
right past the overlook. Yeah, the temptation is to run it with no mods, because then it keeps it really simple, but it also really restricts what you can do in the game. There are some really cool things you can get. You know, customizing your truck, adding trucks. My other profile, I've got some really cool trucks. Yeah, the other profile, I've got a Mack R Series, Freightliner Argosy cab over, International 9800 cab over, Freightliner FLB cab over, Freightliner FLD long nose, a Dodge something 800. All of those are really interesting. I like the Argosy because it has the exact same dashboard that was in my Freightliner Century, so it feels like I'm coming home. I also love the dash. It's one of the most legible dashboards I've ever seen in any truck. Big gauges, really colorful. It was super easy to read in the game and in real life too.
Go straight on.
Did we ever get back to the high? I don't know.
Go straight on. Keep right.
One thing I just thought I realized I could do is I could tilt the view down a little bit too. Yeah, let's do that. I was trying to get the turn signals in view at the same time, and I found I was looking a little too far up. So, what time is it?
Keep left. Then exit left. Exit left.
I love when the torque makes the steering wheel move.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
I love when you got the green light and a red turn arrow and you could have gone because there's nobody there. Now give me a yellow blinking arrow to turn left if it's safe to do so. Come on. I should have just run the light. Right in front of the cop car. That'd have been good.
Keep left, and then exit left. Exit left.
Oh, shit.
Keep left.
What the hell?
Keep left.
So how long have you been driving a rig, Rick? If you're still there.
Keep left.
Where are we at on our journey here? So we're on I-35.
Keep left.
Have you ever played Euro Truck Simulator, Rick? If you're still there, that's pretty interesting too. A little frustrating coming from the States with the slow traffic and complicated roads, but also challenging. Totally different types of trucks and trailers, and some pretty interesting things.
Keep left.
There's some good YouTubers too that are actual truck drivers in Europe that post some cool content. Um, Calamity Kim, she's in the UK, lives in the States now, but she's got a lot of content from the UK. She does heavy haul. Um, Loads the cargo. Does it's what we would call a low boy, but it's slightly different. And Electric Trucker, he's in Germany. He just got a CDL and then drove regular trucks for like maybe a month or two, and then got into electric trucks. And so his channel's dedicated to electric trucking in Europe. He's pretty cool. It's German with English voiceover, but he's pretty funny. And I always thought it'd be cool to go to Australia and do the road trains. There's supposed to be an Australian. I have it on Steam. I have the demo. There's an Australian truck driving simulator that is being worked on. It's kind of minimal right now, but it has potential. Yeah, I know I'm speeding. Need to get this load done, and I got to get to sleep in real life. That's cool. Got the rest areas in the middle of the highway. I love that. I-35 through Kansas is like that too. I've always loved going through there. At a rest area about every 50 miles. Yeah, I know I'm busting ass here, guys, going 80 and a 75, but I'm getting a little tired in real life, and I need to relax a little bit and then go to sleep and then get up and go to work. Yeah.
Go straight on. Go straight on.
Okay. I was seeing this viewpoint right here, and I knew it was purple, which means we've already seen that one. That's what I was thinking it meant. Mm.
Go straight on.
That feels way too fast. Oh, I did not see those center divider things until the last second there. Wow. Because they're yellow and they're painted the same color as the divider. That, like, right there. They're kind of invisible. At least in the game they are.
Go straight on.
way. And reduce speed ahead again. Oh, there's an overlook. Yeah, motherfucker. That is not what I wanted to do. I should have stayed first person view, trying to back up. Yeah, don't do this in real life. I just want to get the scenic overlook. Oh, why won't it let me? Oh. Yeah, I know we're blocking traffic. Don't really care. I wanted to get the scenic overlook in. I didn't see it till the last minute, or I would have pulled in from the other direction, but I didn't. Oh, well. Cars will start honking at me here in a little bit. Tough shit. It's not real life, it's a game. There's another in and out, which, again, I don't think goes farther west than Dallas. I wish. Okay. We're back at it.
Never mind.
Like I said, don't
Find a new route.
do that in real life. Delivery's just 3 miles up here.
Go straight up. Go straight up. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left. right. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left, and then turn right. Turn right.
Cool old car right there. And we almost hit him. Because he didn't move.
This is where it ends.
Yeah, wow, we get to put it in a dock for a change. Which makes absolutely no sense for a milk tank. Why the hell would you put it in a dock? I should have went a little farther out. Probably. No, not quite. That's what happens when you get tired. You do dumb shit. Huh? That wasn't that far off, actually. Good enough for the game. Not good enough for me. Well, let's see what our fuel economy was. 6 miles a gallon. All right. All right, guys. Now I don't want to see job offers. Hit the wrong thing. All right, guys, that'll be it for today's streaming. I need to get to sleep. Rick, good talking to you. Be safe out there when you're driving. Have fun on your restart. And be careful out there in the snow. If the weather's too bad, tell them it's going to be late, and don't rush and don't push it. Anyway, take care. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Talk to you guys later. Be safe out there.